It's time to get on up with Jam and Renee. And here's your hosts, James Arthur M. and Renee Culver.
Well, good morning. Get on up. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Backchannel, the only place where you can listen to, watch, and chat live with the hosts that you're watching. And y'all, you're watching Get On Up with Jam and Renee. I am your breakfast jam for the morning, and I am underdressed for our 50th episode, and 50 is the golden one. That's why we're wearing gold and
wearing anything that we have is gold, including but not limited to our corn Halloween costume. But it's gold. Is this not gold?
I'm impressed. I didn't. This is why, and even Solid Kangaroo agrees. Yes, that is.
I'm gonna change out of this real quick.
Gold.
I'll be right back, Jam. Good morning. Happy 50th to you and yours. 50th, no less.
I'm not doing enough.
Forgive me. You're doing more than enough.
I have a very tacky gold vest that I was maybe going to wear.
No, that's what you should be wearing.
The tacky gold vest. You're right. I know.
No. You selected right.
Plenty of time for a costume change.
I mean, there might be. You don't know. You don't know where the day is going to take us. There was a wedding that I was in where our bridesmaids dresses were gold.
Oh.
I gave it away. When am I ever going to need a gold bridesmaid's dress?
Today,
and that's how they get you. That's how they get you.
Today would have been the day. You would have been using it today.
But, okay, so I guess let's create a teaching moment here. If you were told, hey, let's wear gold because it's our 50th, you don't have anything gold, maybe don't wear your corn costume from Halloween 2019.
Agree to disagree. And look, Audra just joined and she missed it. Can you put it back on?
Can you put the
costume back on?
I would love nothing more.
I can't believe. I mean, I thought this is what you're going to wear the entire show, not just the opening.
Well, that's fair. You know what? A thumbnail occurred to me. Is that how we want
That is exactly the thumbnail that you want. There we are.
Happy 50th to you and yours.
Here we are.
Audra, happy to see you. Everyone, happy to have you.
We did it. They said it wouldn't last, and here we are. Who said that?
Here we are. Not one person. Not one person. All of them. From show one, we're like, you know what? It seems like something that's going to be around for a little bit.
We're going to keep this one here. I think we're going to keep this one here. Well, I can't wait to get into all of that Oscar goodness. Renee, I still don't know to this moment.
Yes.
I don't know who won. I'm waiting for you to give me the full
download
later on in the show. You are going to be, I'm going to live the entire Oscars through you later on in the show today.
Now, can I give I didn't watch either. And then our brilliant producer Sarah, like an AP wire, broke the news that someone had been slapped.
Yes, I did hear that.
So Sarah was the one to break the information to me. Wow. Now I will say, so that's
I didn't want to bother you last night. I was like, Renee is deep into the Oscars.
No. You know what I was doing? I was watching Thor. Sarah says that she didn't watch either. I think. Yes, does that seem right? I saw it on Twitter. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll tell you.
We have a list. We have a list. We have a full list of who won and who didn't.
Say yes. That I will talk to you all about that. I will say this is the reason to watch the Oscars, because when something like this happens, you will spend the amount of time that you would have watched to watch the Oscars trying to figure out what you missed about the Oscars. Had you just watched it in the first place, then you wouldn't have to spend 2 hours trying to figure out. Was that a publicity? Was that? Oh, that was real. Oh, so I got to the bottom of it, but
okay. Well, I can't wait to find out later.
Yes,
we're gonna talk. Can't wait to find out later.
Love to
and Audra's giving all the compliments, saying the corn is gorgeous.
Oh, thank you so much,
Jam, you look
Audra.
great as always. I love that combo. What you can't see, because
Yes.
I'm on the wrong side again.
All right, let's do a little flippity flop. Let's flip you. Hold on. Give us a scoot.
Look what you're missing.
Okay. Oh, come on.
There we go. Yeah.
Honestly, Jam, you look fantastic.
This is part.
Never met a more handsome co-host.
I wore this when I went to
Yes.
the Eternals red carpet premiere.
Mhm.
I had a
Mhm.
black blazer. I didn't want to wear a blazer today for you all.
Sure.
I'm sorry.
No,
I'm
only fair.
sorry.
But
And I actually had I had gold pants and gold shoes I was going to wear, but I let my
oh boy.
ex-boyfriend borrow it because he went to
Ooh,
a gay
ooh,
prom,
okay.
and I
Okay.
was like, I need
What
these shoes
happened?
by 7. I need these shoes by
Yes.
7. And then he was
Yeah.
like, hey, I'm leaving my house at 7 to get them to you by your show at 7:30. I'm like, that's not how that works.
That would be unforgivable to me. How did you feel about it?
And he just said, whatever, I'll just wear this tie.
Because you're chill and you're cool. All right.
And
Well, I would have
well,
been
you'll
mad.
stick around because, like the
Yes.
Oscars host, I will be having
Yes.
a costume change. This isn't the only gold stuff
Mm,
I have. There will
okay.
be, there will be more.
Now, can I tell you something? You look so handsome that I now feel foolish and silly and like I've made a bad choice to put corn on because corn was the first thing we were talking about. Instead, how handsome you look. You look so good, and that should have been the takeaway. Much
No,
like
no,
the Oscar
no.
winners last night, that should have been the takeaway. But turns out
There's always going to be
some
some
theatrics were had.
shenanigans. There's some shenanigans. Well, everybody, we're so glad that you're here. We're going to get into our Monday show. We can't wait to see what y'all did for the weekend. But first and foremost, if you want to be as cool as our friend Audra and you want to join in on the conversation and tell Renee to put that corn back
You
on,
put that
you
corn back
just
on, Renee.
go say, oh, look, and see Stacy just joined. And you know what
And
she's going to want to
Stacy
see?
too.
Bring
Yeah.
on the corn.
I
If you
feel
want to
like
see
we're done
Renee,
with corn. I feel like we did it. We nailed it. We got it. I can hold it up again and again, but I don't know if
but
I
our
need to put it back on.
our dear
I don't know if I need
beloved
to put it
Stacy
back on.
has missed it. So Stacy, welcome. If any of you want to see Renee put that corn back on, you just into your device. You just go say, Renee, I
Why
missed
don't
the
you put that
corn.
corn
I'd
back
love to
on?
see it. I'd
I
love to
missed the
see
golden
it.
corn.
I missed
I
the
missed
golden
it.
corn. Or you can type it if you're on the YouTubes there watching.
Sure.
I get it. We missed the corn. We want to see it. Everybody loves
Okay.
it. Everybody's
Bless you.
raving about it.
Bless you. Bless you. Bless you. And again, the reason for all of this pageantry is because it's our 50th episode. Jam.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
real proud of us. I think that's a
50
cool thing.
episodes. I think
Let's
it's a
say,
really cool thing too. I think it's
yeah.
not every show makes it to 50, and we did it in
And
2
we
months
did
or
it.
less. There it
Here
is.
we are. Here we are. Yes.
Well, we are gonna do a little check-in. So what's going on in the show? I know 50 episodes, Audra. I
Audra.
know. We're still getting our act together over here. But thank you for the congratulations. I'm still figuring it out. It's good. It's a slow open, a soft open of the show. So we're gonna kick things off in a moment with our weekend check-in. And then we've got our celebrity birthday quiz, both the celebrities of today and some of the ones we may have missed this weekend. It's also
Can't
our
wait.
women's history moment today. Today we're doing Eartha Kitt. Eartha Kitt, I believe is who we have got
Oh
going
boy, oh
on.
boy,
It's
oh
going to
boy.
be
Okay.
perfect. Perfect fun. And we've got our Monocle Monday news. I think a lot of it's going to be checking in. I'm going to open up and reveal like it's an envelope myself. Who won? I still don't know. I'm waiting to find
Great.
out
Perfect.
live
No, I
with
think
you
that'll
get
be
on
fun to do.
uppers. And
Yes.
we'll dive into that and some other news. And then it's our Marvel movie Monday. This week it was Thor. We got to watch Thor. I'm excited to see Miss Renee's reaction.
I liked it.
Okay, good. All right. Well, that's already in. So we've got that.
Great.
And then we might play some random things involving our Golden Jubilee celebration. Rank it, the Golden Girls, or rank it, top actresses or actresses over 50, or rank it, movies with gold in the titles. So it's a choose your own
These are
adventure.
so good. Now, was this a Sarah Jam combo presentation, or just Sarah came up with these for us? Either way, they're fantastic. I just want to give credit where credit is due. Is that all, Sarah?
There it is.
Amazing.
I think it was all me, but I think it was
Of course it
imagine a
was.
combo
Of
of
course it
us.
was.
But
Of
sure,
course it
yeah.
was. Of course it was.
It was all Sarah. It was all Sarah, I'm sure. And then we're
Jam.
gonna close out with
Great
what
jam.
is got shamanic for this Monday, but we're gonna serve you up some mantras for this Monday just to balance that out.
I love
So
it. I love it.
it's an action-packed Monday. We're kicking things
I
off.
love it.
Would have thought it was Thursday that we were coming at you so hard and so fierce.
You would think, but no, turns out it's a Monday.
No,
it's a
it's
Monday
Monday.
with all
It is
of the
Monday.
golden goldenness that you would want or need. Now, Jim, we got to go back to those rank. Thank you for putting that one, not two, but three options in there. Where does it
Mm.
begin and end with you? He is a leader. He is
Oh
handsome.
my
He is
God.
brilliant.
Okay.
He is
All
funny.
right.
He is
Mhm.
creative.
Sure. I'm pretty sure that Sarah came up with the Golden Girls one. Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, Sarah
Well,
might have done all of these. I don't remember. It was Friday.
okay.
Congratulations,
I
Sarah.
get
You are the real
it.
winner.
I
Uh,
understand. All right.
all right.
Whoever needs a
Let
compliment, I'm
look at
happy
that.
to
Even
provide.
Sarah, I did them all.
Okay. Well, all
We
right. Because
got it,
Jam, you came out, you're
Sarah.
like, it
You're
was me. And I was like, all
amazing.
right. I'm sorry. Sarah, wait, hold on. Go back to my previous statement. Look at Sarah. Great job. Whoever I need to be complimenting, you just tell me where to focus those compliments, and I have them aplenty.
And look at
Aplenty.
this. Audra,
Yes.
have a great meeting. You are depriving us of your thoughts and your feelings, but
Yes.
we can't wait for them to return. So
Yeah,
we are looking
exactly.
forward to it. Have a fabulous meeting. We're right
You
here.
are
I'll be thinking about you the entire time. In
the
fact, I'm not
best
doing the show. I'm
business
just gonna
owner
be
in
like,
town. Pretty much, yeah. Sarah, you're the best business owner in town. We're so lucky to have you, and the people in this meeting are so lucky to have you. But you can't be everywhere all at once. Yeah, we gotta share. We gotta share. We gotta share our Audra. I think I might
and
have said Sarah,
Audra as
actually.
well. Okay,
Audra.
because you said
Thank you.
Sarah, you're the best
I
business
know.
owner in town,
I
and
know. I'm
we're
so
complimenting
sorry.
Audra.
Thank you for catching me. Thank you for
All
catching
right.
me. Audra, you were the best.
Well, Renee, I want to know what
Mhm.
you got into this weekend. I want to know what you
Yes.
got into this weekend as I reached for my smoothie. That's what I want to
All
know.
right. You go get your smoothie. I love it. Stacey, we could never forget you. We could never forget you. We're so happy to have you here. Oh, you guys, am curious if you have ever had a weekend like this where you came in hot. You came in with big plans. I'm gonna get so much done, and then it just didn't happen. So I started off strong. I worked late so that I wouldn't have to
On
do work
Friday?
again on Sunday. Yeah, but I think I tuckered myself out. So
Mm.
then Saturday morning, I went out to brunch with a friend.
Mm.
Fantastic. I went to the bank. I got quarters for laundry. Catch up with another friend, and then her battery done.
Yeah.
And not much happened after that, including but not limited
Good.
to this big game that I've been talking such a big game. I'm gonna watch all the Oscars. I screamed. I didn't do it. Was it because I couldn't figure out how to watch them? Yes. Where do you watch ABC if you don't have? Because you
Oh,
can
you wanted to
do
watch
the
the Oscars
like.
live. I'm pretty sure you can watch it live on YouTube, right? Isn't it stream on live
Oh,
on YouTube?
I
I
bet it
think
does. It
so.
probably does. Okay. Well, I
And
didn't
even
know
my
that.
Amazon was trying to say, "Hey, do you want to watch this live on Fire?" I was like, "No, no,
Uh-uh.
I don't, sir.
No, I do not.
Please
No, I do
back
not. But
away."
I was trying to find it and I couldn't, so I gave up. But it turns out it's on YouTube. I got a free trial of Fubu, and then oh, that's smart. That's smart. That's smart. Okay, so you get the free trial and then you cancel the free trial to grab it.
And then also you
I
could watch it live on YouTube, according to
Sure.
Stacy.
And I bet this also exists, but I would implore all traditional networks, ABC, CBS, NBC, which NBC has done, with a Peacock network. You just gotta, that's it. You just gotta create one of your apps, put it on all the streaming TVs, make that easy
Well,
for us.
it's technically Hulu because ABC is owned by Disney. Disney owns Hulu, so
Okay.
it seems like
Well
they could have
then,
just put it there.
Disney,
Yeah.
you cannot do right by me this year. I'm
Mm.
mad at you left and right. You got to step it up,
Except,
Disney.
except Disney, you are still my favorite streaming service, and I will never cancel you.
Sure. Okay. That's fair. Then that is fair.
What are your
Yes.
top two? You said it. There was a gun that you put to your own
Yep,
head, and
I
you
sure did.
answered, and you
Yeah.
said, "You're my top two."
When you're right, you're right. Yep, exactly.
Wow, Renee,
Yeah.
I'm so proud of you for resting. I think you are Captain Marvel in my heart. But even Captain Marvel needs a little recharge. She got to
Needs a
recharge the
little
batteries.
recharge.
It's
Now, I
not
will say it was an
endless.
involuntary it was one of those what would have been smart is for me, like, I am not getting up today. Instead, I kept getting up and failing. So I think I don't feel rested. I stayed up way too late, and I think that's just the thing of just, like, admitting earlier sooner rather than later that nothing's getting done today and then quitting. But I kept
Mhm.
trying all day yesterday, and it kept not working. So,
Oh,
well, it's fine. It's fine. We'll try again tomorrow, but I've both not gotten anything done and am sleepy.
oh, that
Jealous?
is quite an accomplishment. And welcome to Carl to the stream. Get an opera. We also would love Carl. You joined just in time. We're talking about what we did for the weekend. Shout it out in the comments. You just say, I went pumpkin carving. Ooh, that'd be
I
very
went pumpkin carving.
interesting.
Jam. I feel like you had a great weekend. Do you want to give me some details on that? How was your weekend?
I think I'm still writing off of. So as you all know, like Renee when she got a new job, I had a staycation,
Yes.
and I won't stop
Yes.
talking about it. It went
No,
from
nor
Wednesday
should you.
to Wednesday, and so I think I
Mhm.
was still on staycation brain. And Friday, usually if I'm gonna go out, I mentally need to prepare for the week, especially by the time Friday
Sure.
comes. I'm so tired. I need to mentally prepare. But like my return to work last week, it was like a soft opening. I just did a little bit of things here, checked an email
Yeah.
there. Friday, I like took like a usually I'll take like a 10, sometimes I'll take a 10-minute nap during the middle of the day. This
Right.
was easily like a 20-30 minute nap, just passed out. And so glad I did because one of my good friends was like, "Hey, there's this big DJ that's performing tonight." And then
Yeah.
I was just like, "Yeah, I have to go to that." And
Obviously.
then sold out. But
Oof.
one of my friends is one of the DJs, so I messaged him and I got a $10 ticket instead of a $40
Uh-oh.
ticket
Excuse
and
moi.
walked right
Okay.
by the people in line waiting to
Mhm.
get in. And I had such an amazing time, amazing, amazing time. I met someone towards the end of the night who said that they saw me when I walked in, and we went on a date.
Ooh.
And the date went well on the next day, and I got my taxes done on Sunday, and I watched Thor. It was just like a really great weekend. I got my
Yeah.
laundry done. It was productive. Did this little video editing project thing. So it's good. Good
I
weekend.
love this. That is an incredible weekend. We love a good date. And a
Well,
date that it was an IRL, like you met in real life, yeah?
we did meet in real life.
Unheard of.
We met in real life, so it's great. I don't want to talk about it too much because
Okay. Yep.
it's I
Yep.
don't want
Nope.
to
I
don't
get
want
it.
to jinx it. Don't
Knocking
want
on
to
all
jinx
the
it.
wood. Yes. Yes.
Oh, but
Yep.
boy, oh boy, spring has sprung. We'll just say
Ah.
that. Yeesh. Ugh, ugh. Nope, this is
um,
bad. Danger, Will Robinson. Danger.
I love this. I love this very much. Right, Stacey, tell me more. Speak in Texas, you can call the company over the phone and do your taxes that way. No kidding. That's
What?
incredible. That's
Wow.
incredible.
My
I
taxes
would
were complicated.
yeah, of course they are. It's tricky, man. This hustle, it is the entertainment industry, does not leave you with one single W-2. There's multiple. There's so many.
Yeah, I didn't have as many this year as I've had in the past, but
That's nice.
we got it done. I always just put a little bit away each paycheck from one of these little independent contractor
Smart.
things, and then
Yep.
here's my money. So they
And there you
just
go.
make it
And there
easy.
you go.
Yeah.
You know what's as somebody who is working very hard to try to figure out her finances, she's getting there. She's getting there. Her credit score is slowly rising, but it is on par with the slowest film you ever did see. However, you're just like the pacing of this should be quicker. Yeah, yeah. But that said, is that I need you to I can give you my money, but then I need you to not give me my money back. So I would love
Mhm.
for bank
Mhm.
accounts to have like 3 or 4 savings accounts. This one's for my taxes. This one's for my house.
Ah.
This one's for my thing.
Mhm.
Because I just love making in one big savings. What?
Yeah.
I don't know what
You
goes where.
You can maybe create it and put a little bit of something there. And thank you,
Mhm.
Audra, for the shout out. Ooh la la. Jam sounds like an awesome weekend. It really was. I
Yeah,
feel
yeah,
recharged. Well, if you remember what I said I was leaving behind on Friday was like not enjoying my life and not having fun.
yeah,
And so I went and had fun, played Mario
yeah,
Kart. It was just I had a good time.
yeah.
I had a good
No, you
time.
did it right. You 100% did it right. I'm very proud of you.
Well,
Good
feel
work.
free to still chime on in, get on uppers, what you did this weekend. We are still jonesing to hear all about what you done did. But for now, feel free to chime on those on in. But as you're doing that, we are going to dip on into Happy
Yes.
Birthday
Birthday
Celebrities.
celebrities.
Happy
Happy birthday
birthday, celebrities.
celebrities.
Happy
Happy birthday.
birthday.
A little bit of a slow rendition. Okay. All right.
I
I
got
like
figured
it.
out. Kearney, welcome to Get On Up. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are just about to play celebrity birthdays. And Audra coming in. Hadn't seen your nieces for several weeks and actually got to see them this weekend. That is
Oh, I
nice.
love this. That
How
is
many
the
time is
very best. The very best.
it?
Hold on. Everybody's gonna go for a ride real quick. My little is that right? Is
Oh,
that
we're
right?
getting
Okay.
like an
I got
MTV
a
Cribs. Are we
Oh,
going
went
on a
on a
tour?
ride. We got a little
Okay.
bit of a ride. I'm so sorry. My because you remember I got the new laptop. The new laptop wasn't as high as the old laptop, so the camera angle was weird. So then I got a little lift. I got a little
Look
lift, but
at
then my lift was
you.
wobbly.
So
So I'm sorry.
LA style.
Had to
We
fix it.
love it. She got a lift, ladies and gentlemen. She got a lift. Audra chiming in about the nieces, though. I knew there was going to be a but. I
Sure.
knew. As an
Sure.
uncle, I knew. But I think she says, but I think that it was Wildin' Wednesday because they were wildin' for sure.
Yeah.
That's what they
Yeah.
do. That's what they do. But here's
It
the best
is
thing.
so much.
You get to
Yeah.
just drop them back off at their
Yeah.
parents. My nephew, I 40 minutes alone with him. Maybe it was like 20, but it felt like 40, if not an hour. At the theme park, after we did the 2
It's a
rides,
lot.
I dropped him right back off at his
Yep.
parents and kept on
Yep.
walking. I said,
It's a lot.
bye. He's back to
Bye.
return to you.
I'll see you later. It is, and I think there is a level of energy with which aunts and uncles have to maintain that is more heightened than a parent, and so yeah, it's unsustainable. You can't keep up that crazy Aunt Nay energy for that long. You got to drop them back off. You got to drop them back off. It's tired.
Yep, you got him. You got him. All right, so we're gonna do some of the birthdays that happened over this weekend as well. I guess we're gonna start off with Mariah Carey. After Mariah Carey, though, Sarah, we are gonna be going to Jennifer Grey. I don't know if you have a photo of her. We're just giving you a highlight that we're definitely
Ooh,
Jennifer
look at that
Grey.
little
'Cause
heads
we
up.
have to do
Great.
Jennifer Grey. No hands up. So Sarah, we will be doing some of the weekend birthdays from Saturday as well as a heads up. All right, so it is Mariah Carey's birthday. We're actually gonna stay on Mariah Carey for a bit because I found
Okay.
some juicy little
Okay.
Mariah Carey
What do we
questions.
know about
Here's a
Mariah Carey? Tell me
softball.
everything.
Here's a softball question from our producer Sarah, who's gonna give you something nice, and
Okay.
I'm gonna give you something challenging.
Of course. Of
First
course.
one. What song of her goes number one every year? What song of
Oh,
hers goes number one
Sarah,
every
this is a very
year?
nice question. I like
Oh,
this question because we all know this question. All right, my sweets, we get on uppers. So it is Christmas time. What is the song that starts off slow and ends in a bop that is Mariah Carey's and goes number one every year? Yeah, Stacey's got All I Want for Christmas Is You. That's right. That's right. It's a great song. It remains a great song to this day.
and I dare you not to prance up and down the hallway when that comes on.
Yeah. You have to.
If you're wondering how old she is, can't reveal her age. It's just not
Yeah.
possible to do. It's
Okay.
illegal. It's illegal to reveal her age. But she was born on the 27th. All right, now I found some interesting Mariah Carey trivia. So we're about to learn some new stuff about our diva. There'll be multiple choice. You're gonna need them.
Okay.
What Broadway musical was Mariah Carey named after? What Broadway musical was Mariah Carey named after? Get on uppers. Your options are A, Camelot,
Okay.
B, A Little Light Music,
Okay.
C, The King and I, or D, Paint Your Wagon.
Paint Your Wagon was my first guess.
Oh,
Because I think it's like
interesting.
then they call the wind Mariah and Paint Your Wagon. Maybe. But Get on Uppers, I need some help. Oh, damn, I'm making some faces. That's either so wrong or so right. Get on Uppers, what do we think? Is everybody? Stacey says they'll go with me. So Stacey and I say Paint Your Wagon, maybe. Is it Paint Your
I
Wagon?
am so impressed. Broadway baby coming out the door. Audra was like, "Girl, good luck." I have no idea. Yes, her name was derived from the song "They Call the Wind," Mariah, originally from the 1951 Broadway musical "Paint Your Wagon." Look at Renee.
Look at that. It's so Jeopardy. When you know, you know. When you don't, you don't.
Yeah,
it's the wildest thing. Yeah.
During her music box tour, the song was played as an introduction at the beginning of the concert. Okay, here's some,
thank you for having it be multiple choice.
We're gonna stay on Mariah. I have like some really interesting. We could have an entire day of just Mariah. It's just so interesting. Okay, so what was Mariah's nickname in high school? Was it A, Sunspot, B, Banshee, C, Mirage, or D, Karma?
Ooh, these are great. Let's do the one we want. I like Mirage. Get on Uppers, how do you feel? I feel like Mirage is fun. Like she's just stunning. She's a vision. She's a mirage. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Mirage. Mm.
Wow. Ding, ding, ding. Coming from
Uh-oh.
Stacy. That one is right. Yeah, Mirage.
Look at
I thought you were
that.
going to say, let's do the one that we want. Banshee. That's what I
Banshee.
thought
We
you
need
were
it to
going to
be
go here.
Banshee. These are so good. Is there a little anecdote that goes along with it? How she
Not
got
that
called
one. Not
Mirage?
not
No.
that
Okay.
one. Yeah, no,
That's fair.
unfortunately.
This is great. These are
Um,
great questions.
This is great. Yeah, it's
Mhm.
from usefultrivia.com.
It is.
Welcome, Mitch. We are just doing our
Hey,
celebrity
Mitch.
birthday quiz, and right now we're just hunkering down on Mariah because she is the queen. In which song does Mariah Carey sing, I don't know if it's real, but I like the way I feel inside? Is it A, Always Be My Baby,
Mhm.
B, Emotions, C, Vision of Love, or D, Fantasy? No, now we're getting to lyrics. I can
Yeah, we really are getting
see
into that. Okay.
Renee's Rolodex of Mariah Carey
Yeah,
just swimming around.
going through it. And what is the thing? I don't know if it's love.
Let's see. I don't know if it's real, but I like the way I feel inside.
But
And
the
your
like way I
options
feel
are
inside.
Always
Okay.
Be My Baby,
Mhm.
Emotions,
Yeah.
Vision of Love, or
Yes.
Fantasy.
Sure.
Which one?
And I think all of us could sing the chorus of those songs because she's a legend, so we know it. So I'm just
You're
gonna
getting
go
some
with
help. You're getting
to
some
do
help
so.
from our producer too, who
Okay.
she doesn't know
Oh,
the
good.
answer.
Okay. Well, now
Look
listen.
at Sarah
Isn't
chiming
that
in.
funny? She's chiming in. No, Sarah, I was gonna deduce it the same way in that I don't know how I feel. So a feeling is an
Oh.
emotion. Emotions. Duh. How do we feel? How do we feel? So, let's see. Get on uppers. Would you also lie? So I think it's emotions. Get on uppers.
Okay.
Did everybody agree? You okay with me? And if it's wrong, then it was just me. And if it's right, then it's all of us together.
Fair,
Emotions
fair.
from me and producer Sarah, who is participating.
I love it. It's rare when Sarah just comes out and wow, it's
It's just like, that's this
emotions.
answer.
Look at that. You and Sarah, team getting up, crushing
I
it.
love
You
it.
guys are
Love it.
killing this impromptu Mariah Carey deep dive quiz.
I love it.
I just saw these questions. I'm like, oh my gosh, we must know these things. Okay. I gotta try to squeeze in two more because I think that
Great.
she deserves it. It's her
Perfect.
birthday.
Yeah,
She's queen. Let's
absolutely.
do it.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Look at that. Ding, 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 ding. Sarah got it right, according to Stacy. Look at
Yep.
you. Look at Stacy giving you the shout out, Sarah. Stacy giving you that shout out. Okay. What did Mariah Carey study before making it big as a singer? Was it
Okay.
A, fashion design, B,
Mhm.
teaching, C, classical literature, or D, cosmetology?
Oh boy. Gosh. I really don't know. I don't know her early years because she was called a Mirage, though.
Right.
So I think that could be fashion or cosmetology. Yeah, and listen,
Okay.
she's real smart, so obviously we could, but I think based off the information that we've been given thus far, a mirage with clothing or with makeup? I
Hmm.
guess clothing. Let's go with fashion. She's totally
Mhm.
guessing.
Oh my gosh.
Fashion.
You know what I'm just realizing? Her
Yeah.
makeup is
Let's
so good in this photo,
Yeah.
right?
Okay. You know what? I think
Yeah.
it's cosmetology. You know, I'd like to change my answer. I feel like it might be cosmetology.
Oh my
We're
god,
gonna go
you're right.
cosmetology.
It is
Yeah.
cosmetology. Killing
Great.
it.
Great.
Killing
Fantastic.
it. All right,
Amazing.
last one because we gotta talk about her music. We gotta. Oh wait. Ooh, I'm so torn
Oh,
of which
you got a
one to
few
go
more,
with. I'm sorry. We got two more. I'm sorry. It's Mariah Carey. We have to. These
and we're
questions are
happy
so
to have it.
good. I
Yeah,
found this
you're
quiz. It was
killing
so
it.
good. How many of Mariah Carey's first 5 singles became #1 hits on the Billboard Hot 100? So her first 5 singles. We're just looking at her first 5 singles. We know she's got like 20 plus #1s. But how
Sure.
many of Mariah Carey's first 5 singles became #1 hits on the Billboard Hot 100? So out of 5, how
Right.
many became #1 singles? Is it A? Is it 3, 4, 2, or 5?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's her birthday, so let's go with all 5. She deserves all 5, and if she didn't, she was robbed. All 5 for Renee. Get on uppers. Do you want to chime in?
To
All 5
quote
from Renee.
Renee, ding, ding,
Ding,
ding. She was the
ding,
first
ding.
artist in history to have their first 5 singles
So
becomes
impressive.
consecutive #1 songs on the Billboard Hot 100 from Visions of Love to Emotions.
It's
Yeah.
incredible. Her voice really is otherworldly. Like it's
Yeah.
crazy.
I
It's
mean,
crazy what she can do.
Ariana's trying to keep up, but
And
Mariah,
she
she's
is.
just
And she is. I'll go with Ariana's succeeding. There could be more than one.
when Ariana, yeah, it's very true. When Ariana first came out, I thought it was Mariah. She has her first song. It sounds
Yeah.
very Mariah. It was very
Fair. Fair, fair, fair.
okay. Last Mariah birthday question. What are Mariah fans called? So like Lady Gaga has the Monsters, Britney
Sure.
has the Armies, Ciara has the Crickets. What are Mariah Carey fans called? Kittens, B, bunnies, C, puppies, or D, lambs?
Oh, that's very cute. Kittens? It seems like maybe kittens. Get on uppers. How
Mhm.
do we feel? Of the animals we have to choose from, which one do you think? I'm gonna go with kittens, but it's a stab in the dark.
Yep. We have kittens, bunnies, puppies, or lambs. You'll always remember this because now you're gonna learn it.
Yeah.
Mariah's got the lambs. Mary had a little lamb. Mariah had a
That's cute.
little
Mariah had a
lamb.
little lamb. Okay.
Started, I guess, in the late 1990s. Mariah started calling her loved ones, friends, and fans lambs, and it just
Lambs.
stuck.
Just a little
Uh,
lamb. Yeah, that's cute.
Sort of like the Lamley, so it's like a combination of lambs and family.
Cute. Okay. I can see it. I can get there with them. Well, I love it. Happy infinity birthday to Mariah Carey. Is there
And
one more? Did you have one more?
do you know how many octave ranges she has?
5. I don't know.
Dang, I didn't even give her any options. Renee looked up into the corner of her mind and stared into that camera and stared into your soul again on uppers and was like, 5.
5.
Renee,
But may not be right.
because I didn't even give you any
No.
options. That's
It was gonna be
bonus. You
multiple
got
choice.
100% on your Mariah Carey quiz. You done
What?
did
I
it.
definitely did not. I absolutely
Congratulations.
said kittens. I didn't say
No, but
lambs.
because you didn't get an
That's so
option,
impressive.
you made up for
Right.
it, so you got extra
How many? I
bonus
feel like
points.
there's 8 octaves.
I think
How
there are 8
many
octaves, so she's not bad. 5 out of 8.
octaves on a
That's
piano? Or
not
7.
bad.
There's 7
7.
octaves on a piano,
Okay.
and she's got
Wow.
5 of them. That's so if
Oof.
you look at the 88 keys of the piano, what's 88 minus 16? 72? So she can hit
Yeah.
72 notes. That's
Mhm.
nuts.
That is pretty
72
nuts.
notes.
That is pretty
Good
nuts.
Lord almighty. All right, go Mariah, go.
Pretty nuts.
Mhm.
Okay, well, we will just do a couple of the ones from the weekend, and tomorrow what we'll do is we'll do a combination of Monday and Tuesday birthdays because Mariah Carey, as the queen, kind of just took over for
Yes.
today. Do we have a photo of Jennifer Grey by chance? We have a photo of Jennifer Grey.
Yeah.
There she is, Jennifer Grey. It is her 62nd birthday. And she played Matthew Broderick's sister in this classic movie about taking the day off from life.
Oh, that's such a good clue, Sarah. Thank you. That's nice. And now we're going to go back to nice and easy. And I respect it and I appreciate it. All right. So, Jennifer Grey, also, because this isn't part of the clue, our dirty dancing darling. We love her so much, but that's not the movie we're talking about. We're talking about the
Yeah.
time that she played the sister in a movie about her brother taking the day off. What was the name of that movie? Get on uppers. Do you want to chime in with the name of that movie? Audra's got it. Audra's got it. Love it. It is Ferris Bueller's Day Off, starring the one
There
and
it
only
is.
Matthew Broderick. Love it so much.
So Ferris Bueller. A follow-up question for this woman here. Jennifer Grey, can you name the red carpet host who forgot her name because she changed her face and they were not
Sure.
expecting her at the Black Panther red carpet premiere?
What was she doing at the Black Park? That's not on you. So Jam forgot her name, but that's not on you. That's not on you. Certainly not on you. What was she doing there? How is she part of the Black Panther?
Because she was dating Clark Gregg at the time. Clark Gregg plays Agent Coulson in the MCU, and they showed up early, and then we're coming back from commercial break, and I asked her, "I'm sorry, what's your name?" And she goes, "Jennifer," and it all came back to me. But she had just changed her face.
Yeah, it's only fair. It's and let's give fairness where fairness is due. That is not on you. That's fair. Also, it is incredibly hard to be a woman over 30 in Hollywood. So you got to do what you got to do, including but not limited to change your face. For some people,
Absolutely.
it's
Yeah.
no shade towards anybody, especially on their birthday.
No, that's true. You're right. Okay, you're right. You're right. Happy birthday. Always remind me. Who did we go off on last week? It was not great. Okay, look at this. It's Congresswoman Nancy Pelosi's birthday. She's over the weekend. She turned 82. 82. Nancy
Happy
P.
birthday, Nancy.
She's my congresswoman.
Mhm.
Did you like that, Father?
Yeah, I did. That was good.
If you haven't already, please go watch Nancy Pelosi's presentation for St. Patrick's Day. She reads a poem for Bono. She has some one person do an Irish jig. And at the end, she looks over at the priest and says, "Did you like that, Father?"
Oh,
I don't
Nancy,
know
she
why it
tries.
tickles me so much.
She tries.
I
she
love
tries.
her. Nancy Pelosi. Oh goddess. It's her birth. Oh, it was her birthday this weekend. We can poke fun at her.
Okay,
We can
yeah,
roast
you
her a
only
little
get one
bit.
day.
Oh my god. And then when she went after the murder of George Floyd, she had everybody wearing the kente cloth, and then she's like, now we're going to kneel. And they took one knee. It's just like, oh my goddess, y'all.
She
Trying.
tries.
They try. They
She
try.
tries. She tries. She tries. She tries. Yes.
Well, what year did she join Congress? What year did she join Congress? Let me know if you want some hints. Sarah,
Yes.
Sarah's going hard on this one. She can give
Ooh,
you a
let's
hint.
see.
I'll give
Okay,
you some
Sarah's in.
options.
I just see emotions. Hold on.
No, I can get no. She didn't give you any hints. I can give you some hints.
Oh, I see.
Look at Audra. Let's get those
Audra.
hints.
And Audra's right. And Audra is correct. Yes.
All right, here we go. Here we go. Is it A, 1967, B, 1987, C, 1977, or D, 1992?
How old is she?
82.
What's it? 82. What do you guys think? 77? If you're 82, you've been doing it since 77? So about 40 years? No, more, almost like 45. Yeah, I'm going to go 77, but Audra, Stacey, let me know what you think. And Audra's going to go 87. You know what, Audra? That was my first guess. Yeah, let's go with Audra, because Audra's always right. 87 from Audra. And then I'm climbing on board with it. And
Okay. 87, pretty much as long as I've been alive. She was born in 85, so but she's been here. She's been there. Sarah's requesting term limits for Congress is her
fair
comment. All right. Here we go. Our last one from the weekend that we'll do.
Jim, I'm so sorry. Did you say when it was? It was 87?
It was 87. Yes.
Okay,
yes.
so Audra's right. Audra and Stacey are right.
Yep.
Gotcha.
You joined in. We have to do this one. It's Brenda Song's 34th birthday. Brenda Song.
Oh, we love her.
Love
Dollface
so
star.
Dollface. But can you name the Disney show where she got her start on? Can you name the Disney show that she actually got her start on?
I cannot, and hopefully that's a good thing that this middle-aged woman is not watching Disney movies or TV shows. But let's see, what's been popular lately?
In the 2000s. She's not still on there.
Okay.
But still, yeah.
Okay. It was in the 2000s. Disney movie TV show.
It was a TV show. It was
a TV show that Brenda Strong was on. Do you guys know this? Disney TV show in the 2000s. I'm so sorry. Unless it was Even Stevens, which it wasn't. I don't know.
That was a good show. I remember watching the Even Stevens thinking, wow, this Shia LaBeouf kid, he is talented.
Yep, man, you are correct to this day. Ooh, Audra, I love it. iCarly. I think that's right.
Ooh, iCarly. You're right. That is such a good guess, actually. But I think iCarly is also on Nickelodeon. But
Nickelodeon, maybe. Yeah,
Audra just saying the kid thinks that she knows.
I don't know.
I get it. Sweet Life of Zach and Cody. That was the one that she had gotten her little start on. Sweet Life, and then she was also on the Sweet Life on Deck, which I guess
Cute.
was a spinoff of them on a ship. On
Great.
a ship.
Very good. Very talented, and I think a good success story. Disney doesn't seem to really let you go middle of the road after you're done working for them. You either become the biggest star that's ever been, or it's not that. So I'm glad that she's on the biggest star that's ever been track.
Yeah, she's doing it. Yeah, she's doing it. She was also in this movie called Wendy Wu Homecoming Queen, where she was a homecoming queen, but she also did martial arts.
Ooh. Okay. Sounds
Well, welcome to
fun.
Kevin. So those were the birthdays from the weekend. We'll get caught up from today's birthdays. If you're like, but who was born today? We'll get caught up tomorrow because Miss Mariah
Okay.
was like, I'll be taking center stage, please.
We'll
Thank
be doing a
you.
little squish together, as she should. As she should. No, that was time
I
well
mean, we
spent. I
had
love
to.
that.
We had to, right? I mean, did you know all those things? I didn't know all
No,
those things. Woof,
I
woof,
certainly
woof,
did
woof.
not. Kittens. Kittens, I'll remember forever. I won't. I'll immediately
Lambs.
forget. But now I
It's
know.
lambs. Stop remembering
See?
kittens.
I'll immediately forget.
We
Case in point.
literally discussed this. It's
Nope.
lambs.
Nope, it's
Stop
not
thinking
kittens.
it's kittens. Well,
I'll never
we
get it
don't have any
right.
kittens on the channel, but we do have a Kevin, a sweet crab, and a hollow chicken. Welcome
Hi,
to
guys.
the stream here on Get On Up. We just finished our celebrity birthdays, and now, would you believe it or not, it's still Women's History Month.
Yeah,
Wow.
I know. Gosh, this
Ladies.
doesn't end. It just doesn't end. It's lambs, you silly Renee. Thank you, Stacey. Thank you. I will not remember. It says you're gonna have to tell me every single day. I won't recall. I've
Renee,
established there's no room in the inn, and room for information is what we mean by that statement. Nothing more.
Renee, you win
Yeah.
the Oscar for funniest person in my life. I can't handle it. It's lambs, you silly Renee. All right. All right. So today we're going to be celebrating Eartha Kitt for Women's History. We're going to be doing some
Pew, pew,
Eartha
pew.
Kitt here. Just icon. We love Eartha Kitt so much. You probably remember her from playing Catwoman. She had perfected the perfect, and that's why like any actress who's like, oh, I'm playing, what's her bucket? Catwoman. Don't try to do the perfect thing. You don't have to do it. Don't roll your R's.
That's fine.
It's only an
That's
Eartha
fine.
Kitt
Let's
thing.
leave it to Eartha. Thank you.
Don't have to.
Yes.
Leave it to her. There she is in her iconic costume. We were just talking about her full name. Was Eartha Mae Kitt. She was born on January 17th, 1927. Hey, Capricorn, in South Carolina. She did pass away December 25th, 2008, so not the best Christmas. She was an American singer and dancer noted for her sultry voice, style, and slinky beauty, who also achieved success as a dramatic stage and film actress. So what an icon. What an icon. And also the best version of Santa Baby that you're ever going to hear, that you're ever going to done here.
100%. Yes.
Everyone
Yes.
stop recording it. Stop. Just stop. In fact, I have an app that warns me when someone's hitting in the recording studio. Just 2 weekends ago, I caught Lance Bass in the studio trying to do a Santa Baby,
Absolutely
and they
not.
just
No.
snatched that mic away from him. No,
Certainly
Lance.
not. No.
Not you.
Stop
Not
it right
you.
now. Knock it off. Don't you do it.
So she was the daughter of a Cherokee and a Black mother and a white father. So super very mixed there. She never knew her father, and from the age of 8, when she grew up with relatives, she was just really surrounded in this ethnically diverse city of New York City, just in Harlem. She was like, oh my God, look at this diversity. Sadly, I mean, some of these heroes have such tragic stories. Her mother abandoned her. So talk about just having to just like triumph over dad's gone.
My God.
Mom's like, deuces, good luck in New York, girl. And so she was often teased though because of her mixed race heritage. Even back then, kids just didn't know what to do. Kids just didn't know what to do. They're just we all can agree, kids are terrible people. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I love them. That's how it was. At 16, She joined Catherine Dunham's dance troupe and toured the United States, Mexico, and South America and Europe. And when the Dunham Company returned to the United States, Eartha Kitt, multilingual. So she was like, you know what? I don't want to be here in the U.S. This place is wildin'. Gonna stay in Paris. So she stayed in Paris, and then she got like a lot of popularity. And you hear this a lot of like black celebrities of like anywhere from like the 20s or even into the 50s. They just hang out in Paris because they just better know how to treat folks over there.
Right.
She made her acting debut as Helen of Troy in Time Runs, which was an Orson Welles adaptation of Faust in 1950. With her appearance, she was in this Broadway review, Leonard Sillman's New Faces of 1952, and with early 1950s recordings of C'est Bien, C'est Bien,
I
Santa
love it.
Baby,
Yeah.
and I Want to Be Evil. Kit became a star. And from then she's just like, taken off. She's doing nightclubs. She's doing theater productions. She's in Mrs. Patterson for 2 years. She's in Shinbone Alley in 1957, the movie, and she's in St. Louis Blues 1958 and Anna Lucasta in 1959. And then obviously notably Catwoman in the late 1960s. She was the second Catwoman. It was a big deal too for her to be a
Yeah.
Catwoman. 1960s, black woman there and just
Mhm.
doing it great. But here's some things that she was also doing in the political stance. So 1968, she had a luncheon. She went to a luncheon at the first lady's house, the White House. So Lady Bird Johnson, she invited Eartha Kitt over there, and they had a little bit of confrontation.
Fair.
So she said to her, she said, "You send the best of this country off to be shot and maimed." And she said, "No wonder the kids rebel and take pot." These are essentially her having remarks against the Vietnam War, and Lady
Right.
Bird Johnson was so offended it made like headlines. And unfortunately, though, I don't know, is everybody really feeling the Vietnam War that bad? Because Eartha Kitt's popularity took a significant hit after that, and she spent some people. She was like, "All right, bye."
Right.
So she went across abroad. The Vietnam War, everything she said wasn't true.
Sure.
Mm,
Yeah.
I mean, maybe
Yeah.
that's not why I'm smoking
It's
pot.
yeah,
I probably
okay.
do
It's
like it.
emotions were running high. I get it. Okay.
Calm down, Lady Bird Johnson.
Yeah. Yeah.
So in the 1970s, her career started to resurface, and I she had well actually so she had been subjected to the US Secret Service surveillance. In 1978 she enjoyed a career renaissance, and she had a Broadway stint in Timbuktu, which was a remake of Kismet with an all black cast. Now I have been in Kismet. I've been in Kismet. Do you know the musical Kismet? Not the most
Yes.
popular
Yes, I
Kismet.
do.
Um but I was I did. And yes, Sweet Crab, you do have an excellent question. She did, I think you joined in as we were already talking about. Yes, this is Eartha Kitt, and she did pass away. I guess she would look like maybe like a black Barbie. Sure, I'll take that as a compliment for Miss Eartha Kitt, or Barbie is a white version of her. You will do that. Look at her, gorgeous,
Come on, stunning.
gorgeous. Also, if you've ever seen, this is a classic Disney movie, The Emperor's New Groove. She does the
Right.
voice of the villain in that, and she's so phenomenal. And a very, very,
Okay.
very funny animated movie. Um, so she did. She was in Timbuktu, a remake of Kismet. She earned a Tony Award nomination for her role in that, and received an invitation to the White House by President Jimmy Carter, who we love. Oh, we love Jimmy Carter. Yes, we do. We love him. See,
Sure
take some
do.
notes, Lady Bird Johnson. And in 1984, Kit returned to the music charts with "Where Is My Man," and she continued to win acclaim for her music, including scoring a Grammy Award nomination for 1994's back in business. She was also
Wow.
in The Wild Party in 2009 and 2003. She just continued performing in nightclubs and films, recording pretty much up until her death. And she received 2 Daytime Emmy Awards for providing the voice of the scheming Yesma and the children's television program The Emperor's New School. So she did the movie and she did the TV show, and she took home 2 Emmys from that, which is really great. So she did that, and she also did voice work for numerous other film and TV productions. Her autobiographies are Thursday's Child in 1956. So if you want to learn more about her, you can pick up her autobiography, Thursday's Child, which she wrote in 1956, Alone with Me, 1976. I'm Still Here, Confessions of a Sex Kitten in 1989. 3 autobiographies, which I
Uh-oh.
really love. So, I mean, I would get the last one because I feel like it would have like
All the
all the
juice.
stuff.
Yeah. I mean, all
Yeah.
3. Be a completionist about it, but yes. Yes.
the Eartha Kitt trilogy autobiography.
Yes,
So
we all
she,
should. We'll do
so
that after
she,
Marble.
she got colon cancer in 2006, and that's what ended up taking her life in 2008. So we wanted to
Right.
celebrate you, Eartha Kitt, groundbreaker, in a time when people just really were that accepting of women, and especially women of color. And she was doing her thing. We miss her, we love her,
Incredible.
we appreciate her, and Eartha Kitt.
Truly an icon, a hero, a legend. All those things, all those words that we toss out sort of casually actually apply to Eartha Kitt. And Jim, can you hear me okay? Are you hearing me?
I hear
All
you
right.
just
Okay. You can
fine.
hear
I
me.
got
Okay.
ya.
All right.
Yeah, yeah,
Terrific.
yeah.
Terrific.
Look at
Terrific.
that. Hesitant
Yes.
chimpanzee just joined the stream. Renee, I'm gonna let you set things up for our next segment.
Set things
Mm.
up for success. All right, guys, we're all looking at the clock. We can see it right there, 7:52. It is nearly time for us to go over what is going on in the news. We love our alliteration here, so we call it Monocle Monday. Things that we are taking a little bit of a closer look. I'm so curious, Get On Uppers. Did you guys watch the Oscars? Jam's going to come back and we're going to talk about it a little bit more. We're going to go over all the people that won. I think here's what I would like to do. The thing that everybody is talking about and titling it in the headlines, a slap heard around the world. If you didn't hear, during the Oscar ceremony last night, Chris Rock was presenting Best Documentary. And in that, he made a joke about Jada Pinkett, who is Will Smith's wife. And then Will Smith walked up on stage and flat hand slapped Chris Rock in the face. Then he came back down and they cut out the sound here in America, but because the Oscars air worldwide, there are plenty of places you can watch on YouTube where he used some profanities to say, you need to keep Jada's name out of your mouth. And it silenced the room. It was incredibly intense. It was so intense that they asked Chris Rock if he wanted to press charges. People are calling it assault. It's just tricky. It's a really, really tricky thing. So those are the facts of what happened. I think I am not the person to weigh in on that. And then after all of that happened, not Chris Rock, Will Smith won the Oscar for Best Actor. So I had to get back up on stage. So that's what you missed there. But we will also tell you all the other award winners that won last night. We had some firsts that were really beautiful. Ariana DeBose, who was Anita in West Side Story, won and made history for being the first queer women of color to win the Oscar. And what's nuts is that I know. How do you feel? Oh, we got a little costume change.
I did. But Renee, I'm
Let's
having a little bit of
celebrate.
issue.
Yes.
I'm having a little bit of issue with my headphone piece. So I'll be right back. I can't wait to hear. I wanted her to win so bad, but I'll be right back.
Okay. All right. Fantastic. Oh, and I love that. Audra loves the vest. Audra loves the vest. So we're going to do it. We're going to do some new headphones thing. We're going to do the thing. So we will tell you a little bit more about all the Oscars that won, but just for Ariana to win is such a big deal. And then what's so crazy is that Rita Moreno won the first Latin Oscar for the exact same role, which is exciting and cool. And we love that. And then forgive me. Oh, okay. How's that earpiece working now?
Perfect. Perfect. And see, that's exactly what I wanted to have happen, was because to your point, Rita Moreno won for that same exact role. Rita Moreno is also in the film of West Side Story. It's such a good movie. Ariana DeBose is so talented. Absolutely deserved it. This is so exciting. We love it. I love it. I love it
It's
to happen.
just the
So
very,
so
very
we
best.
so
Yes.
the hit. Thank you, Audra. I wasn't enough gold. I felt like I didn't want Renee's corn to show me up. So I had to do a
I'm
little
so
quick
sorry. That was
casting
a mistake.
change.
I shouldn't have done it. I thought it was gonna be funny, and instead I overshadowed accidentally, but not really. I'm just a gesture. I'm just a gesture. Yes, you were gonna ask follow-up questions on the
So yes, so
Oscars.
we were talking about the Oscars. Everyone, if you just
Mhm.
joined us, this is great because I literally know nothing. So the punch heard around the world. So it wasn't a joke. And Audra, you
Mm-mm.
saw this, so you can do some reporting. So he went on stage and hit him.
Yeah.
Was he going up there to accept an award?
No.
Or
So it was
no?
because I
He went
watched
up
it
stage
over and
just
over
because.
and over
Oh
again.
my
So
god!
Chris Rock is
Tell me.
presenting documentaries. Chris Rock he's roasting people. He says to Jada Pinkett, "You could be the next GI Jane." Now, the reason that this is difficult is because Jada Pinkett has gone on record saying that she has alopecia, and so that is why she shaves her head. So it feels like
I didn't
it
know
really
that.
hit.
Okay.
I know. Now, so again, I'm not the person to weigh in on this. I think the Oscars is, they're known for their roasting, but where do you draw the line? Where you do? So then Will Smith got up. So he's still presenting, here's what's going to happen, documented, walked up on stage, fully flat hand slaps him in the face. You can see Chris Rock like respond to it and like it not start to swell, but there's definitely an effect that's happening. Then Will Smith says to him, get my wife's name out of your
No.
profanity's mouth,
Yep. Yeah.
shouts it. Chris Rock is like, like, okay, man. Oh, okay. All right. Like to the point where if I don't make the right move, you're going to get back up here again. Like you can just tell, like, and it is like there's goosebumps going all over the place. It's so intense. And then they go on to present. In fairness to, no, gosh, this isn't in fairness, just something else that happens. So all of that happens. They come back from commercial break. Previously, they were talking about costuming. And so Amy Schumer and the other presenters were in costume. So she was in a Spider-Man costume. And then she came back to present again. She's now in a gown. And the way that she breaks it in, she's like, what did I miss? The vibe seems different. And then Tiffany Haddish like fist bumped her because she handled it so well. But I think the thing that's tricky, and again, I cannot weigh in on that, but I wanted the headline to be Will Smith wins the Oscar that he deserves. And that is not the headline
Right.
anywhere.
I'm
So
so proud
it's
of
tough.
Will Smith as an Oscar winner. So many things I want to unpack here. I will have to
Please.
watch some clips.
Go
'Cause I
watch.
do want to know how the host. I want to know how the host did because that was the thing that I would have been the most excited to tune in for. Is the
Sure.
three hosts. I'm looking forward to seeing some of their bits. Audra, did you see the monologue? Did we love it? Was it cute? Was it great? We have some looks here. There is Jada and Will. Look at that dress. Is this the Met Gala? How does
I
she sleep?
know.
How does she sit in her chair? Is this just for the red carpet?
Right? I don't
She
know. I don't know.
Ooh, Audra said that Wanda was the favorite, loves her. Okay, I can't wait to. That's what I can't wait to watch. Is just some of like the best highlight clips of like the hosts. I was interested for the host, but I had to do my taxes and watch Thor at the same
No,
time.
I also didn't watch. This is me watching YouTube clips afterwards when I was like, gosh, I guess I got to figure out what happened. I thought that the
Audra
opening
said that
was
she sat in a chair in her gown. I don't know how that happens or where she
that's
had to sit in the
impressive.
front row. She had to sit.
Yeah.
in,
Oh,
like, the
she
front
did.
row there.
And she did. And
Okay.
that's why Will Smith had such easy access to the stage.
Access. Okay, there we go. Look at this. We love it. Oh, Ariana DeBose. Look at those.
Yeah.
Renee, this is an Oscar outfit after your own heart.
My dream.
After your own
Yes,
heart. Look at that
this is-
pantsuit. I do want to take a moment. Let's roll through before we get to the fashion. I'd love to roll through just some of the winners here, Sarah. So look at that. Zoe Kravitz. We love to see that. Sarah, if we can pause on the fashion, I just want to just talk about some of the I want to talk about some of the winners. I don't know who the winners are. We're going to find out together. So for best picture, Coda, I haven't seen it, have not seen it, didn't see it yet. I think that is on, it's on something. You can definitely
It's on
watch it at
Apple.
home.
So I think Apple TV is having a good year because Apple won Best Emmy for Ted Lasso, and then they won Best Movie. So it is the first streaming service to win Best Picture.
Look at them. Best director, Jane Champion. Seems like a lady director from the Yay Ladies for Women's History Month. Power of the Dog. It's on. You can watch that one on Netflix. West Side Story was also nominated. So many movies were nominated for Best Picture. Let's see. Best Actor. King Richard, Will Smith. I'm so excited. Will Smith has been gunning for that Oscar for so long. I think he should have won it for The Pursuit of Happiness. Very powerful role. Oh, look at this. Someone's going to be doing cartwheels right now. Jessica Chastain, Eyes of Tammy Faye won for Best Actress. She's phenomenal.
And used her speech to go off on LGBTQ rights and the people who are not on the right side of it. So I don't know, we need to get less white up there, but if white is going to use their platform to say the right things, then we can work.
And here's the thing. I personally feel that typically, I don't think that white folks tend to really give impassioned speeches about doing things. At least, maybe I'm wrong, but the Viola Davis speeches always come to mind. There's certain Oprah, like I love a political speech. Give me a political speech. Use your platform. Inspire me to do better. I love it. I love it. Jessica Chastain, I love you so much. You're amazing. Best Supporting Actor, Troy Coaster, who was in Coda. Best Supporting Actress.
And what's interesting about that, real quick, so sorry, is that very first deaf actor to win. Just exciting.
Oh my God, look at that. That is great. I'm sorry that you're not going to see your his and hers Oscars that you were gunning for with Jesse Plemons for Power of the Dog, and then Kirsten Dunst.
But at least they both didn't win, so that's good. Yeah.
That is true. And as you mentioned, Best Supporting Actress, Ariana DeBose for West Side Story. Best Original Screenplay, Belfast. I'm seeing that Macbeth didn't get really any love in the Oscars. It was a really good movie, though. Really good. I enjoyed it. Best Adapted Screenplay, we've got Coda. Best Animated Feature Film, Encanto. I mean, come on. What, Mitchell's vs. Machines was going to take it? I mean, we knew.
It's true. And then poor Lin-Manuel Miranda, his wife tested positive for COVID, so he couldn't be there. I know.
Poor Lin. People are still getting that? Because Hillary Clinton recently got Coda. I was like, what?
Right.
The second gentleman, Doug, also got it. Okay, Audra, thank you for reading me.
I've heard that from everybody. Everybody says it's great.
Mitchell's vs. Machines was very good. Right. Okay, all right. I
also loved Raya the Last Dragon. Was it as good as Encanto? No, great. But I thought it was good. Yeah.
Also good. Yeah.
And Luca was great.
I fell asleep and I never went back. Fair. And not that it wasn't good. I fell asleep. And then I was like, I'll get around to it. It's
reasonable.
Look at that, Audra. Audra, you should be the president of the Oscars. I want them all to get an award.
Everybody gets an award.
Best International Feature Film, Drive My Car. Best Documentary Feature, Summer of Soul. Oh, Summer of Soul, that's on Hulu just now. Yeah, it just came out on Hulu. So if you're looking to get onto that documentary, it's on there. I'm going to check it out. Now I know why it popped up on my Hulu, because that was it. Best Documentary Short, The Queen of Basketball. Best Live Action Short Film, The Long Goodbye. Well, now we're getting into just Best Original Score, Dune. Look at that. Dune picking it up. Best Original Song, oof. Sorry, Beyonce. I don't think I saw this one coming. I think everybody thought, you know what it is? So Encanto didn't win Best Original Song. And I think it's because the song they used was not We Don't Talk About Bruno. It was Dos Orguitas. They didn't know that We Don't Talk About Bruno was going to be such a hit.
They didn't know it was going to be such a hit. And that's okay. Yeah. I'm not super worried about Lynn and his EGOTs. It's coming. It's coming.
Audrey, they didn't because they had, by the time they had already submitted their song, the movie had, like, they submitted their song and then they released the movie, and then everybody went bananas over We Don't Talk About Bruno. They didn't know that was going to be the one. So
you know which one I like though? Is that Pressure Like a Drip, 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 though it doesn't stop. Oh, whoa.
I still don't think that would have gotten the Oscar, but
That's fair.
And then
That's fair.
Beyonce's "I'll Be It Alive" was nominated, but she didn't. I can't wait to see her performance.
What did win?
Oh, "No Time to Die" from the "No Time to Die," Billie Eilish.
All right, that's good.
I
That's
guess
good.
so.
All
It's
right.
good. Yeah. Again, Audra says again, everybody gets awards if I'm in charge, and I think you should be. I think you absolutely should be.
Yeah,
Looks like
Audra's in
Dune did
charge.
really well. Dune got for best sound, best production design, best cinematography. Did really well. Ooh, Cruella picked up a best costume design.
As
That's
it
fun.
should.
Those
Yay, that's
costumes were
great.
fierce. Those costumes were very fierce. Tammy Faye picked up best makeup and hairstyling. Yeah,
Fun.
pretty good. That was yeah.
Need to watch.
Oh, Billie Eilish's speech. So I'll check that one out. I mean, I am gonna watch some of the speeches later on today. It looks like Audra reports. I'm so glad Audra you're here.
Thank goodness, Audra.
The person who watched it. And Renee and I are like, we're gonna be put on the Oscars, and then neither of us watched it.
I watched the one thing. I watched the two. I watched the opening. I watched Amy's
Yes.
recovery, and I watched this lot.
I was like, oh, well, Renee, you made such a big parade about I'm gonna watch the Oscars this weekend.
I couldn't figure out how to stream it.
And in fact, to the point where I thought it was like, oh, I bet Renee does not go to an Oscars party similar to the Thanksgiving parade. You don't want anyone distracting you. I just imagine you had your bowl of popcorn and a glass of wine, and you were just focused. And maybe you got dressed up yourself, or maybe you're in your PJs. Could have went either way.
Yep. But no, it turns out no. And I did like at 5:45. I was like, and then I couldn't figure out how to do it. I had a little Sunday was tough. I had a tough Sunday, but I'm back, baby.
Oh, Renee. Oh, I'm sorry. You're back. You're back, baby. Best film editing, Dune. Best visual effects, Dune. I mean, Dune racked up over here. So congratulations.
I like the Dune sounds like dude. I mean, dude.
I mean, come on, dude. There it is. So there it is. Those are what's also like, I can't believe Dune was nominated for Best Picture. It's half a movie. The movie is half the book. It literally ends and you're like, now let's do the second part of our adventure. Credits. You're just like, what is going on?
That's so interesting. I haven't watched. I should.
Frustrating.
I know.
I thought it was. I know there's a lot of Dune heads out there. Thought it was boring, beautiful and boring. And I'm mostly okay if sci-fi is a little beautiful and boring. I'm okay with that, but I just don't know. Right. People were rolling over themselves over this one. I don't know what that saying means, but that's what they were doing.
Okay. Well, there you go. So those are the Oscars. I'll be so curious. Once you get caught up, I'll be curious to hear your take on it all.
Oh my god.
Interesting to see. But that's not the only thing we're holding up a monocle to. We're looking at plenty of other stories that are going on in the news, and we'd love to tell you about them. Do you want to do that, Joe? You want to tell a little bit more stories in
Tell us
the news?
more. Tell us more.
So this one is, people contain multitudes. They absolutely contain multitudes. And I think I'm going to report about Willie Wilson, who was a millionaire in Chicago. Willie's done a lot of good things. Willie's had some politically, we may be like, Willie, what are you doing? But he is currently, so in Chicago, is going to various gas stations and donating $1 million worth of gas. So he's just like, here's the card. One stops at $1 million. Let's go ahead and cut it off. And each person gets up to $50 worth of gas. Yes.
Did you say his name is Willie Millions? Or did I make that up?
Wouldn't that be great? Willie Wilson. But he is a millionaire in Chicago.
Yes. Okay. I was like, hold on. This guy's name is Willie Millions? Oh,
isn't that crazy? And then I researched it because, anytime you see a millionaire doing something, you're like, hold on. Let's make sure that's all right. So I think his wealth started out, he owned a bunch of McDonald's franchises, and then he went into medical supplies, like plastic gloves. And then he's ran for mayor several times, and then just his voting recently has been a little, Willie.
Willie Millions.
Willie Millions, come on. But he's doing this really wonderful, lovely thing in Chicago where he's donating $1 million to the residents of Chicago just to get at least $50 of free gas. The residents are saying, this is so helpful. This is so needed. I think the reason to bring this up, hold on, monocle to it, is yeah, millionaires, please. I like that you're spending your money that way. I also think it's also so interesting when we are dependent on our private citizens bailing us out. Feel like maybe that should be put on someone else to help us. And
Like the government.
granted, yeah, I feel like. And I've got another story that is on par with that of just like one random person being like, okay, I guess I'll do it then.
I guess I'll do
Which
it.
which we love. I love it. I guess I'll do it. But I also wish that the government would have that mentality of, I guess
Yeah.
I'll do it. It'd be
Yeah.
nice. So good job to Willie Wilson in Chicago for donating $1 million.
Also
to his
known
residents
as
for
Willie
gas.
Millions.
Awesome, Willie Millions. And it should be. What do you got, Jim?
Oh, well, actually, when I can comment on your point, I know we've said this before, but yeah, like to Renee's point, that yes, like for one, like I mean, when you see these people like building these rocket ships to go off to the moon, it's like, okay, you could be spending money to come, do stuff here,
Right.
or pay your taxes. I
Yeah.
paid my taxes. I paid a lot of money, and I have to do so. I knew, like, I want nice schools, I want nice roads. I want it's part of living here in this society. Let's pay the taxes. And so, like, if all these people who have all these like millions and billions of dollars, and no millionaire or billionaire did it by themselves. Like, you did not.
No.
Like, you used our roads, you used our services, you used the water, you used electricity. Like, you used things that society helped you to contribute towards it. And so again, like, and then coming back from like the twofolds, it's sort of like, yeah, to your point, the government could be doing so much more. I live out here in San Francisco. We have so many unhoused people, and a lot of it is drug addiction or mental illness. And it's very unfortunate because Ronald Reagan shut down most of the mental health institutions and was like, be free. So many different services that we were using in the 80s, and people were like, oh, we're not really using that now. Oh, let's get rid of it. Even like a lot of, if you don't, my recommendation to everybody is get a Brita water filter or some sort of water filter. The pipes in most towns and cities are so old. Again, back in the 80s, they said, we don't really need to fix our pipes or anything like that. No, it's fun. No. So we've not really been investing into our infrastructure and things like that. Like our roads, our bridges, our buildings are falling apart. And there is money. We have enough money. We're the wealthiest nation around. There should not be a single person sleeping out on the street. We should not have like crumbling bridges in the United States of America. And there's some places, like there's even places like in Appalachia that boil their water, and they've been boiling their water for like a decade. That's insane. That doesn't make any sense. And I've said this before, but Finland, they solved homelessness. They gave everybody a house. That was the government did it.
It's a good way. Yeah.
That's it. And again, if they want something fancier, then they're okay. They got to get a job, but at least they have that next step. And really, us as a society, we actually end up paying for, similar to like by not having universal health care, we actually end up paying more for it because people have to go to the emergency care, get more expensive last minute surgeries. And you as a society end up paying for it. Also, it takes a mental toll. You walk by that person, it hurts your heart, it hurts your soul. Like, it actually has an effect. And we're also missing out from what contribution that person could be making. Just if someone has their base levels covered, they're able to imagine and dream, and we would get access to what that person has to offer. So it hurts us all, and it costs us more in the long run. So
right. Yep. Yes. 100%.
Running
Everything you just said.
for president.
As you should. Yes. 1,000 times yes. I love it. I've got more monocle news if you want to hear more, or if you have one.
I have a little one. Sarah, I think I put this picture in there. Maybe I did or maybe I didn't. It's a picture of Moon Knight with Oscar Isaac. So Moon Knight is a new show coming out on Disney Plus coming up soon. I do want to give a quick welcome to Sam, Nostalgic Panther, and Conley, and Anna as well. Welcome. So there is my husband. So he's gonna be on a Disney Plus series. So that's waiting for you, Renee. Once you come September, you're gonna
Can't
move with
wait.
a Moon
I
Knight
can't
for
wait.
yourself.
Oh my
It
goodness. Oh
actually
my
might be
goodness.
later than September because if we mix in the Disney Plus series during the timeline
Okay.
order, we might be doing this for a while, Renee.
That's
But
okay
we're
though.
gonna get
We can
you
do that.
so caught up on all the Disney
Thank
Plus
you.
shows and everything.
Thank you.
So the director, so Moon Knight is coming out, and so Moon Knight is a series which it stars Oscar Isaac, who's playing mercenary Mark Spector, who gains superpowers and strength thanks to the Egyptian god of the moon, Khonshu. And so this is like his, apparently this is like a darker sort of series that's coming out on Disney Plus. So the director, he's an Egyptian director, Mohammed Daib. He's been making
Right.
the rounds to promote the show, and he pretty much, he was talking about how important it is to have strong Egyptian representation in the series because he's pretty much been like, it's been terrible. He's like, in the past, like Egyptian like culture has not been shown to be really what it is. And he said, it's really important for us to be shown as normal human beings, even the location itself. He said, showing Cairo, usually Cairo, like when they show Egypt, they're like, it's the pyramids and it's out there in the desert. Has anybody been to Cairo? If you go there, it's smack dab in the middle of the city. There's no it's like in the middle of the city. It's like there's a Taco Bell across the street. Like it is smack dab in the middle of the city of like 20 million people. And he's like, yeah, he's like, we also have skyscrapers, it's a city in place. And he called out he's like, he said, it's always shown as exotic and there's Orientalism essentially. They're just very dehumanized. They're either, sexy or bad or we're always just over the top and not just shown as like, hey, we're human, not these caricatures. And then he called out most recently Wonder Woman 1984 because it pretty much like it shows this very sort of archaic representation of Egypt. The villain, Pedro Pascal, Oscar Isaac's space sister. Max Lord goes to Cairo in order to seize the rights, these oil rights, and essentially grants sort of like terrorist sort of Shiite person. He says grants him the power to take back Egypt and builds this huge wall with the snap of his fingers. And he's just like, this is just so offensive. He's like, this whole entire scene is incredibly offensive. Just like even the mixture of different cultures. He's like, it's not like it's the Middle Ages here. This is like not who we are. So he's calling out that. And there's these post descriptions pretty much since 9/11, especially as like these Arab terrorists. And so he's really excited to be doing Moon Knight and showing this realistic portrayal and just showing a more broad portrayal of Egyptian culture.
Right. Amazing. Gosh, this is incredible. Okay.
Can I say my one caveat though?
Please do. What's the one caveat? Let's hear it.
But then why did you cast Oscar Isaac? Oscar Isaac is Cuban and Guatemalan. He keeps getting casted even in Scenes from a Marriage. And maybe he was cast as he was Jewish. And I'm assuming kind of like Middle Eastern Jewish is what they were going with. But I mean, they just be casting him as anything. Like he was in X-Men Apocalypse and played Apocalypse is this Egyptian, like this old Egyptian mutant. So this is not the first time he's been cast as like, and maybe he's not going to be Egyptian in this series, but they're like, oh, celebrating Egypt, and then let's cast Oscar Isaac. I just don't.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I'm happy because he's your husband, and we want to see him as often and as frequently as possible. 100%. But yeah, there are some. What happened?
Yeah, because the director went on this huge tirade about it. I'm like, yeah, you're right, but your lead character is not Egyptian.
But just real quick,
playing an Egyptian hero, no matter what, he gets the powers of this Egyptian god. So even if they are like, oh, he's this Guatemalan guy, like, okay, cute, but I don't know. So
that's interesting.
So taking a monocle at that. Taking a look at that.
Yeah, take just a quick, what are we doing there? What are we doing there? I think that's an interesting thing about a soapbox is you got to make sure you're squeaky clean yourself if you're going to hop on that soapbox. Because otherwise we're going to be like, hey.
Look at that over there. Look at that.
What What you doing? Yeah. Well, speaking of soapboxes, here I am back on another story of
Ooh.
someone says, "I guess I'll do it." This time, it is a sweet, sweet kiddo who is 19 years old, a Harvard student by the name of Ari Schiffman. Ari Schiffman has created a website called Ukraine Take Shelter. Obviously, we have, I think, up first this morning said that over 10 million people have been dishoused. Take that many people cannot live in their home in Ukraine right now. And I think 3 million have actually left the country. So we need to find places for all of them. And before Ari came around, there was like obviously everybody's donating their stuff, and we've heard the great stories about Airbnb, and we've heard the stories about hotels and things. Like everybody's trying to help, but there was no aggregate website that was collecting all of them. So people are trying to flee, but then also figuring out where they're going. But Ari, a Harvard student, has created this website called Ukraine Take Shelter, and it is simple and it is basic. And all you do is put the city. You can put Omaha, Nebraska. Where can I stay? You can put Los Angeles, where do I, and it will just list all of the places that you can go. And it just, thank you, Harvard kiddo, Ari. I appreciate you so much for making this. Was that your job? I don't know that it was, but I'm glad, I'm glad that it exists now. And if you just, go, because again, it's a simple website. It does not seem that there was any funding for it whatsoever. It was just a kid who was just like, well, I'm from Harvard, so I know how to aggregate this. I'll do it, which is good. And if you're looking for a place and you are watching this from the Ukraine, go to Ukraine Take Shelter. Ari has helped you out. I don't feel that those are the people tuning in, but I'm proud of Ari. I wish somebody else had done it.
I heard about this. I forgot where I heard about it, but thank you for reporting on this. I mean, I guess it's sort of we're in war times, and so it takes a village. So everyone's kind of
true.
Doing their
That's true.
doing
We
their
also like
thing.
that. Good job. You know what? That I like that take for the story. Everybody's doing our part, including but not limited to Harvard students. Great. Great.
I have I can save mine for tomorrow. I have another juicy one, but just a little tidbit. The history of how Toxic, the song by Britney Spears, came to be. The history of Toxic came to be.
Yeah, that will be fun. If we didn't have a full Marvel movie Monday to celebrate, I'd say, tell me about it. But we gotta get into this Marvel movie
keep
Monday.
the show moving. Dun 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 dun.
Pages. Marvel.
So here we are. I mean, we're in it now. I mean, it
Sure
has. We have arrived to Thor, mighty
what is
Thor.
Captain America Agent? We're not counting the Agent Carters, right?
Not, I mean, we did it. We've done it. So we have done Captain America. So we went in timeline order. So those of you who are just joining us, Renee has committed to watching all of the Marvel movies and I think Disney Plus series. Yeah. In timeline order. She wants to know what's the haps.
What's all the tell me what's the fuss? What's all the
fuss?
Yep.
She's joining on in. I'm so proud of her. Dear sweet Renee. She's still in it, holding on.
Trying to get caught up.
And so we've done Captain America, the first Avenger. We did the Peggy Carter one shoot. We did Captain Marvel. We did Iron Man 2, The Incredible Hulk. Now this week, Thor, and a little bit of extra credit. A funny thing happened on the way to Thor's Hammer, which is like this 4-minute little Marvel one shoot with Clark Gregg, Jennifer Grey, birthday girls. That's how I remember her.
Boyfriend. Yeah, that's exactly. Now you know, but now you know.
Now I know. Never forget it. I'll never forget it. So we did that in Thor. So the Marvel one shoot that happens right before Thor, Clark Gregg, Agent Coulson, who has been in all of these. He's been the little thread. Him and actually Samuel Jackson have had little bits and parts. All do. And look at that.
We sure do love Agent Coulson. Yes, we do. He is. He's such a little sweetie. As well as Samuel L. Jackson, who is he? He's Agent
Nick Fury. Agent Nick Fury.
Okay.
Yeah, Agent Nick Fury.
Yep. He was there. He was there yet again, but he'd always at the end.
Always at
Right?
the end, little teasers,
Just a
yeah.
little.
So Thor, so Thor is actually kind of a big deal because this is the first time, I don't know if you've noticed, but for the most part, especially when these films were first released, Iron Man was very grounded. It was like, robots, machinery. We can kind of make sense of how this makes because at the time, people weren't really able to accept two fantasy things because it needed some groundedness. But
Right.
Thor is the first time we're kind of getting a little taste of magic, but they're calling it science. I don't know if you caught that. Like he was like, "Oh, our magic is just what you all call science. You guys all
Right.
haven't just been able to explain it." I'm like, "Oh, that's smart."
Yeah.
So we were able like,
Ooh,
"Oh, okay, this is grounded."
smart.
So Thor, you got what a star-studded cast. You got
My
Chris
goodness.
Hemsworth,
The whole team. Yeah.
Natalie Portman, who I love as Jane Foster, Kat Dennings, as what's her face? Not Darla Dylan. Starts with a D. Blanking on it. But Kat Dennings,
Darcy Lewis.
Darcy Lewis. You've got even what's Odin? Oh my gosh, Anthony Hopkins playing Odin.
Come on.
You've got Renee Russo playing Frigga, Idris Elba as Heimdall. I mean, it's just a big old cast. And Audra said that loves the Captain Marvel and Nick Fury dynamic. Same love it, love it,
Agree.
love it. Darcy's such a great, and now Renee, because you've seen Darcy in WandaVision, and now maybe
Yes.
you're now seeing her backstory a little bit.
Back again. Get a little how did Darcy get to this position? We love it. It's great. It's fun to watch.
Look at this hot take from Audra. I don't need Natalie Portman and Thor to be together. Bored.
Oh, which I love. Which I love.
What's
Yeah,
so
that's fair.
interesting? Okay, so
Yeah.
well, let me give you the big. So if you haven't seen Thor, what's the whole entire thing? So Thor, he's in he's in Asgard. He's a little bit cocky. He's supposed to, I love your opinions. Please keep them coming, Audra.
Yes.
Please
Please,
keep
please.
them coming. So Thor's Asgard, kind of this cocky, he's got to be king. And then his dad's like, "No, you are too cocky. You're not going to be king. I banish you to Earth. You don't have your powers. But whoever holds his hammer, whoever is worthy, can hold Mjolnir."
Yep.
And Thor is like, "Oh, that can be me." And it's not. He has to earn essentially the right to be Thor. His brother Loki is up to some mischief, as Loki be doing it, and tries to pretty much overthrow and take over. So that is pretty much you got Jane Foster running around being a physicist.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, absolutely.
What
Along
are
with
our
that.
thoughts, Renee? This was your first time seeing this film.
Yeah.
Please tell me your journey and experience of watching.
Yes,
Thor.
I loved it. I thought I did get a little okay. So there's a cold. These are where the questions come in.
Yes.
So there's a cold planet that they're mad at, is where everybody's freezing.
The frost giants.
Okay. And then Loki finds out, oh, I'm also from the cold planet, and he's sad about
actually
that.
a realm. All of
Okay.
these realms, there's the 9 realms, and they're all based on like Norse mythology. And one of the realms is like there's also hell, which you see in Ragnarok, where Hela came from.
Okay.
But yes, it turns out that Loki, because when his dad came there to like fight the frost giants, he like killed everything and then found the baby and was like, "Oh, I'll take you and raise you." But Loki had no idea this entire time that he was part frost giant.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. That makes sense. And then I think I get confused. I'm like, why are they mad at each other? The coldies and the hammers.
Oh, just war because the frost
Okay.
giants were trying to take over Earth. So that's when things were getting really, really cold. For if you think about like the Vikings, they're like, "Oh my god, it's so cold," as the frost giants were there, and then the Asgardians came and fought them, and so that's where they took their ice, but they're essentially their like laser ice box. They took it away because they're like, "No, you can't have this power. It's too much."
Yeah.
They took it away.
It makes perfect sense. Okay, and then Thor's hammer got taken away, and then everything's breaking apart, and then Loki goes to his dad and is just like, "Hey," and then his dad's like, "I'm gonna take a nap. I'm gonna take a little snooze." I didn't understand. Is that just you two figure it out? I didn't understand the snooze. I didn't. Papa's gonna go lay down. You guys work it out. I needed some
So
understanding
the whole
what was
entire
happening
reason,
there.
every couple
Yeah.
of like 1,000 millennia, well,
Okay.
actually, this was his first time. Odin's so yeah, I did too. Audra. We're gonna take a little nap. It's called the Odin sleep, actually.
Okay. Okay.
And so that's why he's got to pass it over to Thor, because Odin's got to go sleep to regenerate his power for like 1,000 years, and then Thor is gonna be king because he's gonna go to
Okay, that
Odin
makes
sleep.
sense. The
Um,
timing seems suspicious. Right as
well,
things were getting
because
tricky, he's just like, deal with it, Odin.
Audra said that she could use an Odin sleep right now too. I could use one. I want to start using
Everybody
that.
could use
Look,
a little
I'm about to
Odin
take
nap.
an Odin
Exactly.
sleep for an Odin nap right now. No, I think it was because there was so much, like, he was expanding so much power. Like in the beginning, when he went to go fight, like when Thor was like, I'm gonna go beat the frost giants, and I was like, don't do that. And
Right.
he's like, okay, Papa. And then he ran off and he did it. And then Odin came, and the Frost Giant King was like, "You're looking a little tired, Odin." Like Odin is like, he tired. He need to lay down, and so he's expanding so much energy that he just he passed out.
That makes sense. Okay, all right, that makes
Because
okay.
Thor
I
was
like that.
banished. Thor was banished. So then it left Loki to be in charge,
to take it over themselves. And then the earning back of the hammer did appear to me that if you go on a suicide mission, you get your hammer back. What was happening? Because and then he just walks up to that guy and he's like, "You did it!" I was like, help me
It was a
understand
little
what
rushed.
he
It was a little rushed.
did.
Well,
that
he also
earned
helped
the
make
hammer back. Okay.
breakfast. He helped
Sure,
make
okay.
breakfast.
Okay. All
Because
right.
the whole entire thing is that Thor hadn't earned his hammer. He had needed to like earn his hammer and be a good person. So
Right.
he was being selfless. He was like, "Hey, everybody else, get out of here. I'll stand up." And like also he apologized to Loki. That is there. I was because I was watching for this.
So it was the culmination.
Loki
of those.
was like listening, and he was like, "Brother, I'm so sorry. Whatever that made you do this, I am sorry." And so he apologized essentially. He
got
apologized.
humble. Okay.
And then
all right.
he got humble.
I was confused. Those are my three things. Why are we mad at the chili people? Why did he take a nap? What did Thor do to get his hammers back? But that makes
He apologized.
I get it.
And he helped make breakfast. He helped make
breakfast.
This has some comedy in it. Some comedy moments. I love Thor as a fish out of water. It never gets old. Fish out of water stories are always so funny. Like he's in the diner and he's like, "What is this drink?" And they're like, "It's coffee." He's like, "Another smash!" Like, and she kept hitting him with his car. Like that was hilarious.
Very funny. Very funny. Yeah. It was good and comedic chops on everyone. Mm-hmm.
I love Natalie. I think Natalie Portman is so phenomenal. I love her. She's so great.
Agreed.
So this was directed by Kenneth Branagh, who has like a deep Shakespearean background, so you can kind of feel the gravitas. He definitely likes his angled shots. There was a lot of angled shots. And this
beautiful.
I had the chemistry between Thor and Jane. Maybe it's because I'm coming fresh off of a date, but I was like,
Ooh.
It did seem a little rushed. But you know what? Sometimes it just takes a couple of moments. You don't need long.
Thank you. This is very true. When you know, which makes perfect sense. And then Stan Lee was the pickup driver.
He was the pickup driver. Ding, ding, ding. Okay. You got it. He was the pickup. He was the pickup driver. He did get it. So yeah, I have some images there that I threw in there as little Easter eggs that I would like to highlight.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you saw my Easter egg images. And look at that, Audra, not impressed by the chemistry.
You know what, Audra? You and me too, but I think it's because I don't like Natalie Portman. I don't know why.
What? You don't like Natalie Portman? Please unpack this for me.
I know.
What happened?
I wish that I could. I really, really wish that I could. I don't know. I think.
Did you not like Black Swan?
I did. I thought it was good, but I liked who else was in Black Swan? I liked Mila more, right?
Mila Kunis?
Yeah, I liked Mila more. I think it was just
Oscar.
made to and then she shaved her head in like V for Vendetta. Is that right?
Yeah.
There was some, and you know what it could be? It could just be based in jealousy that like she was doing all this stuff around my formidable years.
Oh. Are you? Oh no,
Hello.
I seem to have.
It says the host muted your mic.
I could hear it. Sarah was like, "Oh, because you were talking bad about Natalie
Yeah, I
Portman." So
guess.
Sarah
Yeah,
was like,
Sarah's like, "You're out. You're out.
"You're
There's nothing
out.
to be
No
done.
more. No
Nothing
more."
to be done."
Look at Audra likes them separately, but they need to be away from each other. Well, you were in luck because for Thor Ragnarok, she wasn't even in it. It's a little tidbit. So some things about Jane. So in the comics, Jane is supposed to be an EMT. They made her a physicist in this one, which I
Good.
kind of really
I like
liked.
that.
I like that. So coming up when we watched Thor 2, originally Patty Jenkins was supposed to come on board to direct that Thor 2. It would have been the first female director to direct an action movie. Patty Jenkins left over creative differences, probably for the best because it's
Sure.
probably the best Marvel movie.
Okay.
But Natalie Portman was so mad she wanted to walk off like the set, so that's why she didn't come back. They didn't bring her back for the third one, but she's coming back for the fourth Thor. Where in the comic books, Jane Foster becomes the mighty Thor. Jane Foster is worthy to hold Mjolnir, and so she holds it, and so that's where it looks like the fourth Thor is Jane Foster will be Thor.
I'll take it. And Audra, I agree with you completely that I would absolutely just watch a Jane and Darcy movie. I'd watch just a Darcy movie. I want Darcy to have her own movie. How does that happen? Darcy and Agent Coulson, is that who I like? And Nick Fury. Yeah. If I could get Darcy and Nick Fury to do a movie together.
Did you see that there was a little, like barely in it, blinking you miss it, but there was a bow and arrow guy in there. Do you know who that is? We're teasing that is.
I do. That's Robin Hood. It's coming. I don't know who that is.
It's Hawkeye. So Hawkeye is an Avenger. So Sarah, there is some other photos. We got a nice other photo of Thor here. If we can keep going, I put some other ones in there. Yes. So this was the name tag that was put on him, and they kept calling him Donald Blake. So Donald Blake was his one of the versions of Thor in the comics. Was that there was a human? It was his alias was Donald Blake, and so he was a human who could transform into Thor. And so that's where this little Easter egg. They're like Donald Blake, and they kept calling him that because that's what his original. That's his alter ego in the comics. But then they did away with that. They're like, no, that's stupid. He's really from Asgard. There's another one that I put in there. I think I put two in there. Okay. So this is blink and you miss it. This is an Odin's Keep. There's all kinds of different Easter eggs. This is the Infinity Gauntlet. The Infinity Gauntlet is the glove that holds all of the Infinity Stones. You're going to start to get to know the Infinity Stones in a moment. This is actually all part of the first three phases of MCU are part of the Infinity Saga. And essentially, like this was teased that this is an Infinity Gauntlet that has all the Infinity Stones already on it. So just hold on to that. We'll bring it back.
Okay.
Like 10, 15 movies from now, like what this actually is.
Okay, I'll definitely remember it.
And then this is I forget what the name of this fire is, but essentially this fire is going to come back, and it's a very important fire. It's going to come back in Thor Ragnarok. So you will see it. So I think and then there's one of the big robot, the Destroyer, also from the comic books as well. So just some Easter eggs in there for you. I did love there was a line of when that big guard robot thing comes in, Agent Sitwell, one of the other agents, he goes, is that one of Stark's? So you have that little, again, continuity. We're all part of the same universe. Thank you, Sarah. Those are all of my
That was incredible. Great job, Sarah.
Nice. Thank you.
That's such good Easter eggs too. Jam, you killed it. Great job.
I'm just gonna throw this question to the group. So some of the themes about Thor I have two questions for the group. Have you ever let your arrogance get the best of you?
Oh my God, daily. Yes.
And have you ever, or he had this one moment where when he realized that he can't come back, he thought his life is going to be one thing and it's been uprooted and he's not going to be able to go do that. Have you ever had moments where your life took a dramatic turn and you're no longer going to go do that thing that you always thought that you were going to go and do? So those are the two questions I threw to the group. Have you ever let your arrogance get the best of you? Because it's essentially what has happened. It gets cast out. And then has your life ever just taken a big switcheroo when you weren't expecting it?
Those are great questions. I love that. Yeah. Get on uppers. I would love to hear. Arrogant. God, yes. All the time. Arrogance is always fear of
Mm.
growth for me. And
Yeah.
so yeah, because it shows up most often in work. So I'll be like, I know what I'm doing. But underneath that is always, I think that person might have a different idea about that I'm unfamiliar with. And I don't want to be wrong. And I don't want to not know what I'm doing. So yeah, but of course,
Mhm.
I've been arrogant, and my whole life is this didn't work out. And now I'm
Mm.
floundering to see what it is. So
I
yes
think
to
that
both.
you're thriving, Renee. I think you're a perfect
Thank
example of
you.
like you are going with where life is taking you and you keep saying yes. You haven't you're not nursing the bottle every night before you go to sleep. And I do
This
mean
is true.
booze. And that
Thank you.
happens to some people who things didn't work out and it just destroys them. And for
Sure.
you, like the beautiful hummingbird that you are, you just keep buzzing
Just
around
keep
to the other.
maybe this, maybe that,
Oh,
maybe this.
but hummingbirds, that's how the world gets pollinated. And so I
Sure.
remember hearing this conversation from someone like on Oprah Super Soul Sunday, and she was saying like the hummingbird theory. Like for some people, it's like they know what they want, they go for it, and that's the one
Right.
track. But some people are hummingbirds where they do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of this, and every place they go, they bring a little bit of their magic to where they
I
were, and they take a little
love
bit of
that.
something. And so some of us are just little hummingbirds. So I think
It's a
you're a
perfect
hummingbird, Renee.
spin. I love both of those. Those are so good. Do you mind if I put the question back on you? Have you ever been arrogant? Have you ever found yourself in a position where you're like, well, this isn't where I meant to be or what I thought
Ooh,
was
if
going to be?
only we had time, but we have only you
Fair.
reveal. I'm just kidding. No, that's not fair at all. I do want to comment that Audra did say that her whole life feels like making plans and then doing the old switcheroo. And I think
Yep.
sometimes it's our ability to like go with those, changes. And sometimes
Right.
I'm sure that you found out that things worked out better than what you could have actually imagined in the long run. It's
Sure.
hard in the moment, but then
Of
it's
course.
like, oof. Um, yeah, I don't know if I actually really I think I don't know if I'm familiar with the word arrogance, but definitely ego. I think sometimes
Hmm.
like, my ego, sometimes like my stubbornness, like if I have a plan, an idea, and I think that things should go this way, sometimes it's just my own ego won't let me to see it in a different way. Or I might be so
Right.
stubborn because it's my own ego. Or sometimes if I take on too many jobs, I sometimes have to check and say, am I saying yes because of my ego that I want to be do I really, really want to do this project? Or do I just want to have said that I did it or to get that like
Right.
fame or accolade from it? Like, do I really have a bandwidth to do it? And sometimes I
Yeah.
get so stretched out to do all these things. I'm saying yes, all these things. And was that ego driven or did I really, really want to do it? I think I operate on so much and I think I have too much fear and insecurity and anxiety to be fully arrogant about
Sure.
stuff.
Yeah.
I constantly afraid that I'm doing the wrong thing. Constantly thinking that I'm just going to be fired from something.
Right.
So I don't have enough of that arrogance in my tank. I wish I did. That sounds. Let's see, Thorn. I'm a little
Yeah.
jealous.
Well, and again, I'm not a therapist, so I don't know, but I don't think arrogance is confidence. I don't think you're doing well
Mm,
because you're arrogant. I think you're terrified.
overcompensating.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I think arrogance is a product of also having anxiety and fear. It's just a different way of coping.
coming out a different way. Gotcha.
Yeah.
It's all back to fear. Are you sure you're not a therapist? I mean, she says that, ladies and gentlemen, and you see, she literally just broke this
Right.
down. You really went to town on that Brene Brown book. You really took it
Uh-oh.
down.
Uh-oh. No, no, no.
Yeah,
Good.
I
Just,
finished it finally.
yay.
Aud
And then
Audra says that
Audrey's, I was,
her.
yep, mhm.
Oh yeah, no, you do it. You do it. You tell it.
Yeah, exactly. Audrey just making perfect points as always. The moment is definitely hard. I have a really hard time with change and uncertainty. Yeah. Yeah.
I think yeah, and I think a lot of us really like certainty, and we live in such an
Right.
uncertain world. So it gets so then we're just all reacting in a bunch of fear ways, and it's coming out not beautifully. It's coming out
Yeah.
terribly. So
Yeah. Audrey also says my
well,
ego is normal size but fragile, and it doesn't usually get in the way, but when it does, AKT. Yeah. Ego's
so I
hard,
think some of
man.
the takeaways from this movie are, be humble, learn,
Mhm.
grow, uh, I think that's some of the things to take away, learn
It's
and grow.
great.
Be humble.
Those are
Be
perfect.
humble, learn and grow.
Perfect things to take away.
And you
Yes.
too might find your true love where you have excellent chemistry. I will say
Yep.
there is an interview, Audra, that you should check. I saw the interview and I just like, oh, they have chemistry. There's an interview where like Natalie Portman and him are just like looking at each other like drooly and goo eyes. They could barely get through it, and they're just like, wow, these two love each. They're like into each other.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, there it is. Oh, you also had the Warriors 3 and Lady Sif. They kind of just get tossed about in the film, but we'll see a little bit more from them a little later.
Okay. I love it. And
last thing I want to point out, Agent Sitwell. He's the other agent that we've been seeing. Keep an eye on him. Keep an eye on Agent Sitwell. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay. Perfect. And then the thing at the end with Nick Fury was that Loki is getting recruited. What's happening?
Okay,
there?
right. Yes. So the very end, this very end of the film, they bring the other physicist guy, which I don't know why they didn't bring Natalie Portman in. She's actually smarter than him, but whatever. Men are still very much in charge right now of the MCU. So ladies are, it's gonna be a few.
We're gonna get there.
So he brings in Dr. Selvig, and he's like, hey, take a look at this power that we have. How can we harness it? Opens it up. It's the Tesseract. We've seen the Tesseract twice. We saw it in Captain America with the Red Skull had it. And then also in Captain Marvel, the Tesseract also was there. That's the thing that her mentor was working with. And so he's like, hey, can you help essentially like figure out how to harness this power? And Loki, who's in some sort of other dimension, was on the other side of this window looking and being like, ooh, that seems like a good idea. And then Dr. Selvig said, ooh, that looks like a good idea. So it might look like maybe he's controlling him. He has some sort of control over him. We just know that Loki is coming back. And next up we have the Avengers. Renee, that's the next one. We're seeing everyone all together. I think it's going to be a lot of payoff because you've seen them all separately and they're going to be united.
It's been recruiting this whole time. I can't wait. What a good time.
Have you seen the first Avengers?
No, I don't think I've seen the first one.
Yeah, oh my gosh. I'm so excited for you to go on this adventure. I'm excited for you.
This is a spoiler. Anybody who hasn't watched a Play Yours, anybody who doesn't want to spoil Play Yours, which one does Iron Man die in?
You saw Endgame, the very final one?
Yeah, so I've seen Endgame. Yeah.
Right to the end.
Right.
I love you, Renee.
And then everybody goes to the funeral. Yeah.
You saw the last Marvel movie.
I get it. I get the gist.
Oh my God, Renee, I love you so much. I love you so much. You're just like, oh, everyone's sad and crying. Okay,
oh,
cool.
gosh, everybody cool. Boy, it seems to be.
I saw it.
And then everybody's saying that there was a lot of, because there was like everybody was at the funeral, right? Of Iron Man's funeral. Is that what it was? Where everybody came together? And then the gasps within the audience. I was just like, I think a lot of, it seemed like that was indication that something was happening. But there was people were aghast at who showed up at the funeral.
We'll get you gasping. We'll get you gasping. Okay. Don't you worry. Okay. You'll have a different experience and journey. Okay. All right. Well, welcome to Frequent Linux, who's joined the stream as well. Renee, we didn't get to our golden rankets, but that's what tomorrow is for. We will be celebrating our 50th. Renee looks so sad just now. We will be doing our rankets tomorrow. We have plenty of time tomorrow. But to close this out, it's Manic Monday, but we're going to turn it into Mantra Monday. So our last segment, what has got you manic for today, and what sort of mantras can we come up with to help you power through? So get on uppers, feel free to shout it out. What are you manic about this Monday? Oh, it's got you kind of stir crazy. And then we'll see if we can help get a mantra to help you power on through. Renee, what's got you manic?
Yeah. Gosh, everything. Absolutely everything. Yeah, but weirdly, the thing that feels comforting, and I know that this shouldn't be comforting, but the thing that feels comforting is you don't have to do any of this. You don't have to, you should, and there will be consequences if you don't, but you don't have to do any of this. So to like start with that and be like, great, now what do you want to do and why do you want to do it is going to be helpful to me. So you don't have to do any of it. There will be consequences if you don't. So what do you want to do? And then start to bring choice into it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was gonna fill in the blank there too. Like,
So,
I'm
yes.
choosing to do this. So the same thing, like when I was off for 8 days, I chose to still wake up and get on up in the morning. I didn't have to,
Yes.
but I chose to. So it's putting more power in your seat. I love it.
Yeah.
And hello to
Yeah.
Michael who just joined. We are doing What's Got You Manic this Monday, and we're gonna help you come up with a mantra through it. Renee is just gonna be using I choose you. Audra has a lot of what if thoughts, reminding myself to focus on what's in front of me. Ooh,
Ooh,
yes.
I love that.
Save the
Yes.
what if for that Marvel series What If that we'll be watching later on. Save that for that. And you know what? If I learn anything from What If, it gets crazy to start thinking about the what ifs. That show gets very crazy.
Yeah,
You know,
I can
creating all
imagine.
these other different things. I love that. Staying very sort of just present. Sounds like Audrey, you're gonna be practicing. Yes, I love that. What ifs only belong in Marvel.
Yeah, put that on a pillow. Put that on a pillow.
Mantra.
That's such a
You
good
start seeing that
phrase.
what if come, you know, right over there. I have two things. I have a lot of meetings today. I'm fully back to work.
Sure.
And so I've got, I've got that, but I'm looking forward to it. I didn't have the Sunday Scaries. It was just like, okay, I got this and enjoying the things that I have.
We're
It's a
back.
lot that I have to do, but I trust myself. I believe in myself, and I know I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get it done. I am
You are,
enough.
you are.
I am enough.
Yes.
I'm enough. I think I
Yes.
use that every
Yes.
Monday mantra, but I think it's okay. And my other thing is that like I'm feeling a little crushy, a little springy. I got little butterflies in my tummy, and it's no. It's driving me a little cuckoo, and I don't want to get there. And so
Okay.
again, I am enough. I don't need this. It's just fun. I think I'm just trying to like not let this drive me crazy because it's been a while. It's been years. It's been years since I've had crush or springy feelings. So
Okay.
terrified.
I'm not the right person to run this by because my reaction is
so you and I crush in the very similar ways. And so I'm gonna focus on my breathing. Looking forward to having therapy tomorrow so we can help like coach me of like I'm trying to interrupt. I think it's kind of like Audra with the what if thoughts. We tend to just kind of go into these spiraling thoughts. And so I'm trying to just stop those thoughts, right? Those interrupting those brainwave patterns, you just start spiraling. So I'm trying to be present. Like, one way to get present is you can look at something and be like white wall, black keyboard. You just start red
stop
scissors.
a panic attack too. Yeah. What's around you? What's around you? Yeah.
So yeah, I'm trying.
Yeah.
Hey, and listen, I could veer off in that direction. So I am gonna try to get really, really present. That's so you're like, James, you're describing about to go into a panic attack.
Is what's happening. But I appreciate it. But I think that's good. You're doing it right. Interrupting the cycle, is hard, but definitely works. Yep.
So that's what we're gonna do.
Just
anytime
talk
we're having
to somebody.
Get it out. Like,
not necessarily even a therapist, just another person. Because sometimes in your head, it gets a little all in your head. So talking to someone sometimes helps. So long as it's a good person and not.
And I like Audra's interpretation of interpreting the cycles versus resisting the thoughts, because if you're resistant, whatever resists will just persist
and get bigger.
Yeah.
Audra and Renee, therapist for the day.
Ooh, and a rhyme? Oh my gosh, it must be Christmas. Okay, well, it's Monday. I think what a nice Monday show. I had a great time. What a great 50th. It was just sort of easy, breezy, beautiful.
Happy
I had a great
50th to
time.
you and yours. Same.
Well, we're going to be back here tomorrow at 7 a.m. Pacific time, 8 a.m. Mountain time, 9 a.m. Central time, 10 a.m. Eastern time, back here for 2 more hours. And tomorrow we will be doing, it is Treat Yourself Tuesdays. We want to know what you're going to treat yourself to. We got a celebrity birthday quiz. We're going to do both Monday and Tuesday because Miss Mariah, the Emancipation, the elusive chanteuse herself took over pretty much the entire thing. And then tomorrow we've got 2 truths and a lie. Things we've done at least 50 times is the theme, because in honor of our 50th week.
That's
So
good. I like
we've
that.
done it at least 50 times. We have our Women's History moment for tomorrow. Today I saw Renee's got a special segment that I can't wait to find out about what that's going to be. And then Giving Tuesdays. That's what we're doing for tomorrow, Tuesday. So be sure to be back here with us.
I can't wait. And there's plenty of more Backchannel where this started. Up next, you have Anthony Davis, followed by your pal Hal and Mario Smith. We'll be ending the day. Great.
What a
Lots of good stuff.
fabulous day. And don't forget to head on over to www.backchannel.tv. Leave a review. Send us your thoughts on the show. What you love. You loving Thor? You loving the gold tie? Let us know. And thank you, Audra. Audra, you're wishing us both an excellent day. We are wishing you an excellent day.
Right
Thank you
back
for
at ya.
hanging out with
You're the
us.
best, Audra.
We love it when you're here, Audra. And Stacy as well. London, Creamus, Coco, Michael, have a beautiful, wonderful day. Thanks for watching Get On Up. I'm James Arthur M.
And I'm Renee Colbert, and you just
Got
up. Bye, guys. Have a good Monday.